What's up guys, my name is Jumbo Kendra and I make videos on God academics, travel and lifestyle. If you've not seen my face before, make sure to hit the subscribe button and click the bell beside it so you get notified whenever I upload a new video. I post videos every single Sunday, and without further ado, let's jump right into this video. So this video is going to be about how I made straight A's in a semester. I'm going to put a picture right here and my transcript showing my grades for that particular semester. So I want you all to know that making good grades in school is a combination of little things here and there. It's not rocket science. It's actually something you develop. So when I started school in my first and second year, I was a newbie. I was still trying to settle into school and I didn't have a hang of everything. So I didn't quite know a lot of this information I'm going to give you guys today. I started to implement these things after I got advice from friends and I watched some videos, I read some books, and I experienced some of them myself. So the first tip is to start early. Don't wait until you are halfway into the semester before you start taking your studies seriously. Personally, for me, I start studying immediately I get back to school. Once the semester resumes, I jump into making my timetable, going to the library, going to my private areas where I study. I start this on time. You need to start on time. If not, you're gonna have so much to cover, and that is not good for you because you will not retain a lot and you're going to forget what you've read. Another thing that can help you to stay consistent is using your break periods wisely. Personally, when I'm on break, I try to also study a little bit. I don't completely abandon my books when I'm home on break. I also like to study 1 hour every day is good enough for me, but yeah, that's what I do and I think it actually helps me to stay on track. The second thing is to show up. Stop skipping classes. Now what this does, apart from the fact that you get to learn and understand and take notes yourself, it also makes the lecturer see you as a serious person, because a lecturer doesn't want to mark a student's script who he hasn't seen the lecture hall before. Another thing that this does is that it helps you understand the teacher's method. Understanding what the teacher wants from you in the examination is going to help you know what to study for, how to study, and what to concentrate on. One thing I realized while in school was that some lecturers have their own method of teaching and they also explain how they want you to give them back what they've taught you in the exam. And if you don't attend their classes, there is no way you're gonna know. Imagine that you've never been to class and you wrote an exam and submitted your script, and the lecturer sees your script and sees the name and has never come across this name before. The lecturer is going to be like, I don't know this name, is this even my student? And he might even mark you down because of that. And attendance is also important, because I think in my school attendance had its own mark, so you don't want to miss that mark for attendance. So show up in class so you can get to take notes and understand what the teacher is saying. Number 3 is to get engaged. Get engaged in class, ask questions, answer questions. But what this does is that it's actually a psychological thing, because your lecturer begins to see you as a very engaging student and maybe a smart student, and they're gonna get to know you, get to know your name, and this might make them favor in examination. No, I'm not telling you to do this just to gain marks, but ask questions. One is that it builds your confidence and it helps you understand things as well. Contribute in class. Don't always be that student who is always in class at the back. That's good if you want to be that student, but something that helped me was getting engaged in class. Anyway, this can be really annoying because some of your classmates might not like you because you always ask questions that make the lecturer stay longer in class. Ask it anyways because it's for your own good. Number 4 is to network with smart students. Make smart friends, okay? And when I say smart students, I'm not saying all your friends should be, these ones that are always answering questions in class or whatever. Make friends with serious students, smart and serious students. Personally, for me, I had few friends when I was in school and most of them were smart. These people are going to keep you accountable. They're going to help encourage you to study. When you revise with them, you're actually going to gain more than when you revise with other students who don't actually take their studies seriously. Okay. Number 5 is to cut down on unnecessary activities. This is really important. In uni, there are so many activities that can keep you distracted if you want to be distracted. From church activities to social activities, choose your activities wisely. If you cut down on unnecessary activities and you don't make good use of the extra time you have, you're still not doing anything. So the reason you should cut down on unnecessary activities is to use the extra time to invest in actual study. If you want to make good grades, stop it. Cut down on those activities that you know that you don't need, that unnecessary. Okay. Moving on, the next thing is to take assignments seriously and submit on time. As what assignments do is that they make you study some more about a particular topic or subject, and when you study, you get to understand more, you get to research and do some discoveries yourself. Now, one thing I learned was that most of my assignments actually came out in exam, sometimes word for word. So you want to take time to do your assignments properly. Don't just do your assignments properly, make sure you keep a copy for yourself. What I used to do was, after doing every assignment, someone taught me this thing and it was so helpful. Every time I did an assignment, I either photocopied it, or if it was a really short assignment, I'll write it in 2 places and I'll put that as part of my notes. During revision, this always comes in handy because if you don't keep track of your assignments, you might forget some of them. But when you keep copies of your assignments, it's going to help you a lot, because some of those assignments or similar questions might come out in exams. So take your assignments seriously, take your time, do them yourself, and ask for help if you have to. And when you do your assignments very well, the scores for your assignments will help boost your marks. You might not necessarily get 100% in every other aspect, but adding these small marks here and there would help you. The one from attendance, the one from test, exam, assignment, all these things matter. So you don't want to throw away the assignment mark because you think, oh, it's just 10 marks, or it's just 15 marks. Those 10 marks might save your life. So take your assignments seriously and submit them on time, okay? The next thing is to be friendly with your lecturers. Yes, I said it. You don't want to be that notorious student or that stubborn student. Please be humble. Make them like you. You don't want to show up in their faces all the time, but be friendly with them. If you want to approach them, don't be scared to approach your lecturers. Go to them, ask them questions if you feel you don't want to ask them questions in class, but be very careful. Be very, very careful. Use your brain. Apply caution and make sure you know that this person is approachable. Make sure you get to understand the kind of person this lecturer is before you start being friendly. Be friendly, but not too friendly or over friendly, okay? Use your head. Don't say I told you to go and start cooking for them or cleaning their offices. No, just be friendly with them. If you see them at the school gate, wherever, don't run away from them, don't hide from them. Let them get to know you, because knowing you as a student is going to make them have nice things to say about you. And what this also does is that in the future, when you might need references, let's say you're going to do your master's or looking for a job, they might ask you to get a reference letter or reference letters from your past teachers. And if you were not friends with any of your teachers or lecturers, who are you going to get a reference from? Even if you manage to get a reference, they're going to write just, a plain reference for you. This was my student, I taught him, blah, blah, blah. But if you were their friend and they saw you as a serious student, they're going to write personal things about you. And this might help you in the future. Maybe get a master's admission, get a job or whatever. So be friends with your lecturers. Don't always stay so far away from all of them, like I don't need them, whatever, I'm gonna graduate anyway and I might not see them again. No, you might need them in the future, so make friends with them, but apply caution. So the last thing, which is actually obvious, and I know I should have said it first, is to actually study. If you don't study, you're not going to remember anything in the exam to write, okay? So you have to study. You have to really take your time to study. Put in the work and put in the extra work to study. Do the work, do your personal study, do your revisions, study with your friends. I might likely do another video on how to study effectively, tips to study, but yeah, that would be in the future. But right now, you have to actually study. You don't want to do all these things and you don't study. Even if you make friends with the lecturer and you submit your assignments or your examination script and you didn't write anything, they're not gonna dash you marks, okay? Or let's say you're rolling with smart students and you're not studying, they're not gonna transfer their brains to yours during the exam. You just have to put in the work, and I think that is really obvious. If you like this video, please make sure you give it a thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment in the comment section if you did any of these things, or if you still do any of these things that I said. Let me know, and let me know if this video was helpful, or if you want me to do more videos like this, also let me know in the comment section, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Until then, stay safe guys, bye.